Now you can actually smooth these edges so they don't look quite so cut. To do that, you actually use cellophane when you cut it. So let me show you that. I don't bother because the average person isn't going to see that. But if you're doing for like a showpiece or something, you do want to make sure that the judges aren't going to nail you on that. So let me show you what I do. You can round them with the ball tool to try and smooth those edges, or you can actually take a piece of cellophane. Sorry, it's not cellophane, it's plastic wrap. Plastic wrap. Put it on top. I have the next size down cutter. This is the 65 millimeter, and cut it. And what that does is it rounds it more. It's also harder to cut through. Okay. Now, any of these extra little fuzzy pieces that you end up with that you don't get rid of, you can either get rid of them by scrubbing, putting your cutter on and scrubbing some more, or once it's dry, you can actually sand it. And what I mean by sanding it is that you can actually take a, if you have any of these rough edges, you take an emery board for your fingernail, a fingernail file, emery board, and you can just sand the edges. But see how I get a nice edge on this as opposed to this cut edge. See how it's nice and rounded? So that's just a trick for that. Just want to cut it cleaner than I did. Or you can actually ball it on the, put it on the board and use the ball tool on it. It just flattens it too much. That's why I don't do that with these. Okay, so again, we have to go down the center. And if you want to accentuate that little pointy part, you can just pinch it with your fingers. No big deal. Definitely want to get that. So they're fat around the edges and they dent in the middle. Little bit of glue in the center. Now when you put this in, you want to make sure that you angle the petals between the other ones, just like you would with a rose. See how they're in between? They're in between. The petal is in between the two on the previous row. Okay. And again, you want to use your little puffy guys, because they are separated, so you've really got to get, I know it's tedious, but you got to get the little foam pieces in there. Otherwise it doesn't look right. You can even use them on the bottom row too. Okay, and then I would take this guy, which is the next number down, and put it inside. See how it's getting, and put these guys back in. It actually dries fairly fast to keep its shape. What takes forever is the bottom part here. This just takes forever to dry because there's so many layers, thick layers right there. So that's what takes several days to dry. Okay, so again, if you're going to go however big you're going to go, just start out with the biggest cutter, the biggest one you're going to do, and then build toward the inside. The only part I do ahead of time is just the little teeny part right here, and let that dry to poke it in, because it's really hard. It's really hard to get this guy in there unless it's already in, unless it's a certain size. It's easier to put it in. So you get that size all done up, and you end up with something like that, nice and big. So now look, I've got two different sizes here. Always good to have the same size. Let's go ahead and go to a different shape. The center would start out the same. It's that little cut piece that I did earlier. Just a cone that I cut with the scissors. Okay. But this time when we cut it out, we're going to cut it out with the with this guy, and we're going to angle it the other way. So